This is the second video. I wanted to try and get out as many videos as I could for today while I'm working on this day quill before it, runs out and then I'm no longer able to breathe and all that extraness. I was asked while I was in the beauty supply store a couple of days ago, do I prefer palettes over individual shadows? And I think that's a really good question to pose on YT, because a lot of us buy a lot of palettes and then there's some people who have like a plethora of things. Okay, so to answer that question, yes and no. I love palettes. Love, love, love palettes because, number one, I'm a frugal shopper. I absolutely, totally admonish everyone to begin to, pay attention to their money and where they're spending. Let's not spend unnecessarily, okay? So palettes give you an opportunity to purchase a plethora of colors, but not for inexpensive, a lot of money. All right. So, and I want to give you an idea of what I mean. I've got 4 palettes. That's all I have. 4 large palettes. Okay. I'm new into the makeup thing. I just started this year. Not new to doing makeup, but just new to actually trying to actually do this appropriately like the pros do it. So I have 4 palettes. Okay. I got the 88 warm, the 42 double stack, which also comes with 10 blushes in the bottom. I've got the 120 matte palette and another 120 ultra sheer palette. Okay, so we're talking like 366 colors right here. Okay, and this is all that I have to store, and that's what I think about when I go buying makeup. Storage. I've got 2 full bathrooms and there's 7 people in this house. Okay, I am the only one who cleans up, so I have to organize. I have to keep things in place where I know I can get to them. No one else can get to them because all of my children are much younger. They're not like big kids. They're babies, and they get into things. I will wake up and they will be in all of this. So I happen to use the smaller bathroom of the 2, which it has less storage. So based on the amount of storage that I have down there is what I'm going to purchase. I refuse to overflow that area with makeup, because I also realize I also have to store hair products, beads for my little girls, and barrettes and all those such things. Now, along with these palettes, these are my larger palettes, I will purchase and have tons of these little bitty palettes. $1.99, and you get 14 colors in this. And this is the Clean Color All About Me palette. Colors last a long time. They do last a long time, even though they're $1.99. Just use really good primer and a base, and you'll go to bed and your colors will still be there. I think this is worth it. I'm a stickler about money. I'm also a stickler about clean house. I love the actual show Clean House, and one thing that Niecy Nash always says is, for one thing that comes in, 2 things need to go out. And I'm kind of like that, because I don't like clutter. I hate clutter. And it's so easy for my house to get cluttered because there's 7 people. People are always giving me things. And I have to keep it moving, because I will get buried up under the stuff in my house if I don't keep things rotating. Like I said, my kids are small and my husband ain't like a neat freak. So I'm the only one cleaning against these other 6 people. So when that's the case, when I purchase things, I purchase on the strength of storage. It's going to be easy to store. Alright, so yes, I love palettes. But then there comes a time when you got to think about renewing and refreshing your makeup throughout the day. Then the answer is no, I don't like palettes. Who wants to walk around with this in their bag? Nobody. Okay, it's huge, it's bulky. I mean, even down to the 42 double stack. Look how small it is, but still look how long it is. Unless you got a big old gigantic bag. You don't walk around with this to touch up your makeup? No. That's where these come into place, like this one or this one. And even still, this one might get too big, especially if you're like at an event, like a banquet. You're going to have like a little bitty handbag, not an actual purse. This won't fit in there. This may, this won't. I even got the little color book, the Profusions color book, which give you lip glosses and eyeshadows. I love that. I love this idea because you get a mirror, you got a lip gloss choice, you got eyeshadow choice. You don't really need to take anything. Just take this with you and you can clean up your look. Okay, so yes and no. I like palettes because palettes give you an opportunity to collect colors. But at the same time, don't like palettes because when it comes time to take out what you need to take out to make sure that your makeup stays fresh, that you know, you look just as good as you did when you walked out. No. You don't want to walk around all day with a big old bag full of makeup. And on top of that, you gotta be careful with your bag because you don't want to just be throwing it everywhere and you've got this huge, ginormous palette sitting in the purse. You don't want to shatter it because then it's going to be a huge mess in your purse. So, yes and no. I do like the palettes. I probably like the palettes more than I don't because of the fact of how many more colors you get. And what I try to do is find these little palettes like the LA Colors, Clean Color palettes. Try whatever makeup I use. Like, I would try to find a palette with those same colors in it so that I can carry this as an alternative to touch up versus carrying that, if you understand what I'm saying. So let me know, what do you prefer? Do you prefer individual shadows over a palette to work out of? Good question. Let me know. Rate, subscribe, and definitely comment. Talk to you later. Thank you so much for gracing me with your presence and watching. Peace out.